Hey folks, this is Johnny. Welcome to another HST Hookups, and today we are going to go with another classic external piece of gear here. It's called the Oberheim Strummer. Now, I know that there's plugins now that actually do this, but for those of us that are married to our old school MIDI stuff, this is for you. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the classroom. All right, so if you look here, if you watched the video for the SR16, the hookup for the MIDI is the same. I'm not going to actually physically do it because it's already done here. So you can see I have the MIDI out going to the MIDI in of the MIDI box, and the MIDI out of the MIDI box going to the MIDI in on the strummer. That is all you really need for the hardware. Excuse me. All right, once that is completed, now we're going to go ahead and set up the external devices for Studio One. So, excuse me, I'm having trouble with the voice here. So if we go to Studio One and we go to Preferences or Settings on a PC, we are going to go into the External Devices tab. Now, the first thing that we want to do is we want to set up a new instrument. This is so Studio One can send MIDI information to the Oberheim. So we're going to click Add. We're going to say New Instrument. We're going to call this Strummer Out. And for the external instrument, we want to select the MIDI out 1 for the send to. So we're going to go to send to. We're going to select the MIDI out 1. Now, we want to leave the receive from empty. We also want to make sure that we're only selecting MIDI channel 1, so you can click the all button to clear and just click 1. Now, the Oberheim doesn't really respond to MIDI clock, but I like to select it anyway in case there is a patch that does. So I'm going to select that. So that should take care of the new instrument. When I click OK, you can see here in the browser's instrument list, you can see that the Strummer Out now shows up. All right, so now the next thing we want to do is we want to set up the external device new keyboard. So we're going to go once again to the Add button. We're going to select New Keyboard. Now, we're going to say Strummer In. So, for this device, we want to make sure that we set MIDI channel 1 to, or not MIDI channel 1, MIDI input 1 on the MIDI box. We want to set that to the receive from. So now receive from, we're going to select this. We're going to say the EMU MIDI 1 in, just like that. And we want to leave the send to out. We don't want anything in there. All right, let's see. Make sure that it is set to channel 1. That takes care of that. All right, so now our external devices should be ready. I'm going to click OK. Want to double check. Strummer, perfect. Strummer in, perfect. All right. All right, so next, the first thing that I want to do so that I can control a VST instrument is to bring the Strummer control in. So here we go to the external instruments. I'm going to bring this in on the first track. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to give me the ability to send a MIDI signal from the Strummer to my VST instrument. So I want to make sure that I don't use all inputs. If I do, I'll get a tremendous amount of feedback. The MIDI messages are just going to loop like crazy because it's going to try to tag all of my other devices here. All right, so I want to select the controller that I'm going to be using to hopefully get the Strummer to work. So we're going to say the Akai MPK. Now, we don't need the record button. We just need the monitor button. All right. You guys have no idea how many times I've redone this video because it never worked on those tries. All right, so now we're going to bring in, because I kept leaving something out. Pretty stupid stuff. All right, so now we're going to bring in Presence. And we are going to select the guitar. We're going to select the nylon guitar and the legato. All right, it is loading. And let's see. We got it. Oh, listen to that. So, since we got it all set up here, all I have to do now is hit a key on the keyboard. And now the strummer is triggering presence. Makes it really super simple. There's a lot of great patches on here. So that is pretty much the setup, but let's do just a couple more things here just so that you can see. And I'm going to audition some of the patches. But before you guys go, let's go ahead and make sure that things record. So I'm going to turn off, make sure the input quantize is off, and I'm going to just hit record. Oh, I've got my drum machine on. Let me turn the drum machine off. That was from yesterday's video. All right, so let's go ahead and hit record. And you can see the MIDI notes recorded right there. Beautiful. Works perfect. I love it. All right, so for those of you that want to get going on to another video, please feel free and leave a comment in the comments area if you have any questions or you have a different method of actually using this and hooking it up. For the rest of you that want to stick around, I'm going to go through some of the patches on the Strummer. So let's start. So this is just the strum. Let's see, number 15. Number 15 is picking and chords. Ooh, that was nice. Let's see, 14. 14 is just drums. Let's see, what else have I got? 16 is 12-string picking. Oh, let's go up an octave. Number 17 is something called a slow strum. So if you look at the Oberheim, there is some of the patches have a chord capture option. So if we go back to 11, I can actually capture a strum based on the first chord I hit. If I do a major, now every single key that I hit will actually be a major. Nice. All right, so don't forget that if you have a strummer, if the chord capture is on, it makes it really easy to select your chords if you're going to use single key strokes. Let's see. We have, 42 is an echo. And 46. 46, is a strum effect. And it does not have chord capture. So it is a fixed set of notes that it's going through for the strum. All right, so a couple more. 48. 48 is just straight strumming. And last but not least, patch 53 is a pick and strum. So when you hit all the keys at the same time, it's going to strum those notes. So let's see how that records. I'm going to go ahead and hit record. Here we go. Very, very nice. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this. Let's see how that captured on the track. Nice. Little anomalies in there, but you guys get the general idea. So that is it. That is the Oberheim Strummer. Hopefully you guys found this helpful, and I will see you all in the next video.